The Five Nights at Freddy's series is most well known for two things. One, the jump scares, and two, the story. Now, today I'm not going to be talking about the jump scares or the gameplay. We're going to be solving one of FNAF's biggest mysteries. That's right. Today, we may have just solved the box. Which box, you may be wondering? This box. Now, if you don't know what this is, let me catch you up to speed. Now, this box shows up after you beat Night 8 in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Once you beat the night, the screen will pop up, showing the box. You can try to click on the blocks, but nothing will happen. After a while, this text will show up. Perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now. The most important thing here is that you cannot open the box. It has never been opened, and nobody knows what's inside. This has led to a lot of theories about what's inside the box. For example, some people think it's the crying child in the box. Other people think that the puppet's inside. And some people think that Charlie, the protagonist from the novels, is actually in the box. And there's many more other theories that I haven't mentioned. But I have a new theory. I think that the Freddy Fazbear franchise was initially inside the box. Now, I say initially because Scott Cawthon, the creator of FNAF, stated that the thing inside the box has changed. But before I get to that, let me explain why I think this theory makes sense. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was meant to be a finale to the Five Nights at Freddy's series. In the teasers, it's called the final chapter. In the description of the game, it states, "In this last chapter of Five Nights at Freddy's story, you must once again defend yourself against Freddy Fazbear, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy." FNAF 4 was meant to be the end of the original story. This makes sense. The next games that came after this were completely different than the first 4 games. But why would it be sealed away in a box? Well, maybe it wasn't locked away physically. Maybe the franchise being in the box is actually symbolic. Maybe Scott wanted to put the old story to rest and start again somewhere else in the franchise. We can see that in Sister Location. The setting doesn't take place in a classic Freddy's restaurant. We're in a new place with a new cast. Another thing to mention, Scott made a comment on Steam about the box. He said, "What's in the box? It's the pieces put together. But the bigger question is, would the community accept it that way?" First, what would be the pieces put together? Well, the Five Nights at Freddy's story expands across all 4 games. In order to find out the story, you have to put the pieces of all of the games together. It truly is the pieces put together. Next, if Scott opened the box with the franchise being inside, wouldn't it make sense that the community would take this the wrong way at the time? Maybe they would take it in a sense that Scott was ending FNAF forever, that he was locking it in a box, leaving it to be forgotten. If I were Scott, I would think so. Now, this theory of the franchise being in the box could take a completely different turn. So, let's look at the box again. Notice how there's 2 locks. Some fans have stated that perhaps the 2 locks means that there were 2 keys to unlock each lock. It would make sense that the 2 different people, there's 2 different people that possess those keys. What's something that was created by 2 people? The Freddy Fazbear franchise. The creators being William Afton and Henry Emily. Now, I'm not going to explain the whole FNAF timeline, but the most important thing to notice is how FNAF 4 is at the beginning. You can look at almost any timeline. FNAF 4 is always going to be the first one in the timeline. Takes place in 1983 in the first location, Fredbear's Family Diner. That's also when the bite of 83 happened, which resulted in the death of the crying child. What if Henry, the co-founder of Fredbear's Family Diner, wanted to shut down the franchise then and there because of the bite? It would make sense that he would want to forget what happened. Maybe William Afton, aka the purple guy, aka the murderer of the 5 children, and also aka the father of the crying child, was more reluctant to give up of the franchise, so he murdered the children in an effort to keep the franchise alive, because the animatronics would come to life. Or what if instead he murdered Henry's daughter Charlotte, who is known to be the first victim, because Henry wanted to shut down the franchise? Now, the whole franchise was very important to the crying child. He called them his friends. So maybe William wanted to take revenge on Henry, and he took his daughter to make him realize the pain that he felt, or maybe just even in an act of revenge. Then Charlotte later became the puppet, and Afton figured out about the souls being trapped inside the animatronics, which led to him taking more victims. Now, both of these theories have some potential, I feel, though there are quite a bit of plot holes, some of them being whatever is inside the box is changed, or that Withered Chica is actually the first victim instead of the puppet. I'm not gonna, touch on these points today, just to keep the video from getting too long. I don't want it to be crazy long, and I just want to keep it about the box. So I'm just gonna let you guys tell me what you think. Is there something I missed? Let me know in the comments. Or you could direct message me on my Instagram, PokebladeOfficial. I always respond to all the things that you send me, so just feel free to send me anything there. And if you guys want to see more theory videos, leave a like. And if you want to support me, subscribe. It's free, and it helps my videos reach more people like you. Anyway, I'll see you later.